Hi people, TS here, just reviewing our 2-1 Carabao Cup victory over Blackpool. In terms of the scoreline, it seems relatively that it was close, and there was some points in the second half after we went down to 10 men where, Blackpool pulled one back and it looked like they may be on the ascendancy. And then I think, once we brought on Iwobi and Aubameyang, it sort of dented Blackpool's hopes a bit. And of course, in the end they ended up going down to 10 men also. So the game overall, I thought that we was in quite a bit of control from the get-go. But it just seemed like we wasn't, scoring a goal. Didn't seem we was going to score a goal particularly. And then of course 30 minutes into the first half, of course, Lichtsteiner, great bit of movement from him, great ball from Guendouzi, and of course we go 1-0 up, and that's like the first. I think that's the first time this season we've been 1-0 up at half time, and coming out for the second half, I generally thought we needed to get a second goal relatively early. We did that, of course, going 2-0 up at Smith-Rowe, and then like I've mentioned before, of course, we went down to 10 men with Guendouzi getting sent off, and Blackpool pulling one back, and then them eventually getting a man sent off. But I thought overall it was a good performance from the team. Cech had this one moment where I'm not sure what the hell happened with him when he had the ball, but thankfully the ball that was passed to Delfonso, he was offside, and if we'd ever conceded a goal like that, I'll tell you now, Cech would have been playing. He would have just been playing in training. He wouldn't even be playing again in my books. He would have dropped down the pecking order behind Emiliano and Martinez, in my personal opinion. Other than that one mistake, I don't really think he had a bad game. I thought Lichtsteiner's, has been better than he has been the last couple of games he's played. I was really impressed with the young lad, the young centre-half. I can't even pronounce his surname, to be fair. Pleguezuelo, something like that. But he seemed quite decent. He's one of the guys from under-23s that seemed to had some promise, and it was good for him to get his opportunity. I thought Carl Jenkinson, for as much stick that he gets, I thought that he did a shift at left back. Not saying I expect him to play there in the Premier League games and stuff, but I thought that he did what was needed to be done at left back today, and it definitely was a performance to be proud of. Guendouzi, other than getting sent off, I thought he had a decent game. It was good to see Ainsley Maitland-Niles play, and he's playing relatively further forward up the pitch, and he looks very comfortable playing in that role. Of course, his natural role of midfield, and I think him coming off in the second half, I think part of that was due to us going down to 10. So of course Emery brought on Torreira to kind of shore things up. And the second part of that, I think, is because he may be the guy that has to start at left back against Liverpool on the weekend. But we got the victory. That's the main point. We're on to the next round of the Carabao Cup, and hopefully we can get a good performance against Liverpool on the weekend. I'll be doing my preview for the Liverpool game, so of course if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, and feel free to let me know your thoughts on tonight's game. The one thing I'll say about tonight's game before I go, it's a bit of a shame that Nketiah didn't get his chance, but hopefully he does get his chance soon. Maybe when we have those Europa League games, I think sooner or later we will qualify. And, we'll have games that will be somewhat pointless, but it'll be good opportunity for him. But yeah, that's my review of the game. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, and I'll catch you later.